Hi guys, welcome to my online studio. My name is Kate and today we're going to be looking at shoulder bridge. Okay, now shoulder bridge is a yoga pose that's a really great pose for strengthening your low back, strengthening the middle part of your back, your bum, your legs, everything like that. It's pretty accessible for let's say almost everybody, okay? It's a pretty standard pose in a yoga practice, and if it's practiced every day, it's a really amazing pose. It has loads of health benefits. It opens up your heart and your chest muscles, and yeah, it's a beautiful pose, okay? One word of warning. Whilst we're practicing today, please don't turn your head to look at the camera, okay? So we're going to be on the back and the weight of your body is going to be a little bit towards the back of your neck, okay? So please don't turn your face to look at the screen whilst we are doing this pose. And if you need to, just watch the tutorial through one time first and then follow my voice, yeah? But it's really quite dangerous to turn your head whilst your neck is stretched open in this pose, okay? Be mindful, please. No turning your head whilst your neck is open. All right, so we'll come down onto the back, rolling down onto your back from here, and then shuffle your feet in as close to your bum as they will come. Now, it doesn't matter how close they are. What we're going to do is reach down with the hands and try to imagine that you could brush your heels with your fingertips. Okay, now if that doesn't work, it doesn't matter, all right? It's an anatomical thing. It's just to know that you've got your feet as close to your bum as they can go, okay, as you can get them. All right, so shuffle them in and make sure that your feet are nice and parallel, okay? So they haven't turned outwards or inwards and that your knees are pointing directly up towards the sky, okay? From here, press your elbows down into the floor and then press your hands down by the side of your hips. Your whole palm is pressing into the floor. From here, my friends, squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit onto your back by pressing your head, the back of your head into the floor, and then squeezing your shoulder blades lightly together. As you inhale, next time, tuck your tailbone under and press your low back into the floor. Exhale gently. And then inhale, press your hands down into the floor, press your feet down into the floor, and roll your hips up towards the sky. Okay, so you're really pressing yourself all the way up onto the tips of your shoulders. Now from here, my friends, try to make sure that your feet haven't turned outwards, yeah? And that your knees haven't knocked inwards or outwards. So the way you can do that is to really imagine that you're rolling your weight more towards the inner edge of your feet. You're pressing your big toe down into the floor, but at the same time, your little toe is also pressing down into the floor. From here, my friends, really press your hands into the floor, lift your hips as high as they'll go, and then really imagine squiggling and wiggling yourself right onto the tips of your shoulders as you lift your hips up as high as you can. Squeeze your bum, and at the same time, press your knees in towards each other a little bit so that they stay parallel, yeah? When you squeeze your bum, what will happen is your knees will want to fall open. So we're going to counteract that by squeezing the knees towards each other and then squeezing the bum, lifting your hips up as high as they'll go. If you feel okay in your shoulders, you can interlace your fingers under your bum, press your palms together, and then really imagine here that you're going to extend your knuckles down towards your heels, press your hands into the floor, and then really squiggle and wiggle yourself right onto the tips of your shoulders. Lift your hips up as high as you can, squeeze your bum, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, unlace your fingers, come up onto your tippy toes and roll down your spine super slow so that every vertebrae hits the floor before your bum does. Boink. When you get down to the bottom, heel toe your feet as wide as your mat and then knock your knees together. This will just release the low spine a little bit. So anytime after doing any kind of back bending exercise, which is what this is, yeah, we need to balance the spine a little bit, yeah? So we do that by bringing the knees together, your feet wide, and taking a moment here. So So really being mindful about what you felt as we practiced that pose today. Yeah, so if you felt any crunching in your low back, you might have come up too far. Yeah, you might be pushing and forcing a little bit too much. Yeah, you don't have to come up that far. It's okay. If you felt that in your shoulders, just don't interlace your fingers. No problem. Just press your hands down into the floor and just use your shoulder blades a little bit, squiggle and wiggle them together. Okay? So if you felt that in your knees, you might want the next time you do it to not have your feet so close to your bum. You can also do this with your feet a little bit further away from your bum if you felt any pressure in your knees. Okay? So there we go. Be mindful in your practice and be mindful what you feel as you practice the shoulder bridge. It is a super great pose, really powerful one. You don't need any kind of warm-up to do it. You can just go right on ahead and do it. And if you want to, you can make it active by sinking your bum down to the floor and then pushing it up towards the sky, but keeping everything nice and solid and smooth. I'm trying not to flail around too much there in your practice. Stay mindful with it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope to see you soon on the mat. Take it easy. Bye for now.